Well, hello everyone out there in amazing YouTube space, an entire deep and beautiful internet land, and the YouTube space and stuff like that. And then it's me, Alex. I'm back again. And you haven't been missing me, I know. And like a side note, I'm reminding that you haven't been missing me. That's for myself, for my personal perception. Just to say a word in the very beginning, and just to warm up my tone and maybe say something. I always say something, I know. And in this particular video shoot, I feel like I'm not actually sitting here with nothing doing. I'm practicing my English, and the more I immerse my body into fluent and also fluent body, the deep roots of English, the more I feel like I'm a drug taker, or even like a junkie, I would say, and just in a good way, I mean. And the more I speak, the more that process lures me deeper and deeper there, and to complete dissolvement, I should say, where I'm gonna be. That's definitely gonna be that way that I've just reported you. And in the absence of topic, what I speak about, I always speak about nothing, and I try to wring out as much things out of empty conversation, and out of empty soliloquy, I should say, in the absence of peeps around me. You see, I'm sitting just very lonely in my. I'm not lonely. I'm kidding. I'm ripping on myself slightly in a small or in a middle way, and just my shtick as always. And I was being kind of guy who ripped on me myself, and I used a lot of self-deprecating humor just to maybe entertain you peeps out there, and that's my thing also. And in the absence of topic to speak about, I speak about nothing. I try to wring out as much things as I can out of simplest items probably. And in this particular video shoot, I won't be ranting about weather, and we always speak about weather in the absence of topics. I know that that's kind of corny and boring, and let's just me muse for a while and see what do I have for tonight. And let's reflect. Let's reflect. What do I have? I guess I'm gonna be speaking about birds. Why not speak about birds in the first place? And little do I know about birds, but I'll be speaking about them in this particular video shoot up tonight, because I love birds, and why not to speak about them? I don't see any reasons not to be speaking about them, and just the nicest creatures. And what do I know about those? Let's just think for a while. I guess I know that all kinds of birds descended from dinosaurs. If that sounds weird to you, I'm familiarizing you with that fact. I'm only be familiarizing you with only the very facts I know. No extra things will be included. No any fluff or empty or shitty stuff will be included in this particular video shoot, because I won't be sounding like something scientific kind of guy, and not completely. I know I do a lot of shitty stuff here. How could I be scientific guy? I know I'm not, because you know what I'm saying, right? And just again, speaking about birds, what do I know about those? I know that all birds have a generic family tree, and all their species, they're connected together, all their kinds. Again, I don't differ species and kinds. It's all the same to me. I don't just separate them into kinds, species, and types or whatever. It's like separate issue to to classify them all. I'm not here to classify species, types, kinds. I'm only speaking about the generic family tree they have. All things that they have in common. They got from dinosaurs. Whoa, dinosaurs, creepy ones. They lived long time ago. If I'm not mistaken here, they lived around 65 million years ago, and then they were eliminated by that huge explosion that happened on Mexican peninsula. and that celestial body fell on our Earth and caused a lot of damage, a lot of troubles to all not human beings. We weren't there at the time, but there were little animals and middle-sized ones and larger ones like dinosaurs. They existed and they lived their happy lives until that moment that happened that in the history of our Earth, that happened, huge explosion. I'm talking about then that was the moment then dinosaurs stopped existing. They just died out of starvation, out of being immersed into dust that went upwards in the skies and stayed there for years, decades, even centuries. Scientific societies say that that period had been existing for maybe hundreds of years or decades, and that dust there blocked the sunlight, and that sunlight didn't get to the very surface of the earth where all those plants growed, and those plants were the food for dinosaurs, and with having no nutrients to grow, those plants died out, and that caused the whole thing of dying out of whole dinosaur species. They're all by a million dinosaur species. I classify them as the whole thing, all the predators, all the vegans dinosaurs, or even smaller ones, huger ones, the most huge ones like diplodocus, and their predators like velociraptor dinosaur, like what else? Rex, Tyrannosaur. Did you see any movies with that Rex named Tyrannosaur in it? I saw a lot of them. Not a lot, but a few of them. I've got fucking sidetracked again. I was going to talk here about birds, but I am talking so far about their descendants. And let's talk about dinosaurs' ancestors, which happen to be birds. And what I know, they have... I have to sip some water. Forgive me now for a second. Ooh, oh. Now we're talking. And again, what was the track of my today's? What I was gonna say? Birds. They have a lot of feathers on their bodies, and they have varieties of types within one species, one type of birds. They have a variety of kinds. Okay, let's put it this way. And I'm not a biologist here. I warned you in the very beginning. I wouldn't be classifying those in terms of scientific standpoint, only from the Alex standpoint, from my standpoint. That's what I'm doing. Again, okay, we have birds divided into different kinds, and all those kinds, they have generic family tree. They all descended from dinosaurs, and those dinosaurs handed down a lot of features to those birds as their ancestors, as their predecessors. They handed down to their ancestors, which happen to be birds, not to be ancestors, descendants, to their descendants. Birds are descendants of dinosaurs. Those birds were handed down a lot of features from dinosaurs. And what was that? Not the beak, but beaks they have. Birds have beaks, and those beaks, they part of the whole muzzle of dinosaur fin, and that muzzle evolved into simplest beak. If you can't believe that shit that I'm talking about, beak is kind of like mouth of dinosaur. in past. And birds, they have their beaks, variety of beaks, small ones, middle-sized ones, huge ones. I like actually all the birds in the whole world, but most of all I like sometimes parrots, those ones who imitate sounds, and those parrots, they have pretty nice looking and even amusing and again good beaks, crooked ones and big ones, and they make sounds using those beaks and their, I guess, their small brains, but they are able to imitate a pretty large array of sounds, and they're able to make them, and that kind of like entertains people and even mellows you out when you're like listening to some birds sitting on a branch of some tree maybe, or making some weird to our human being ear sound, and just if you happen to be in the midst of deep woods, you might just hear like a lot of sounds coming down from the upper floor of the forest. They're all birds live, and they make a variety of sounds, and then those sounds go together and comprise the whole thing called birds singing and stuff, and you feel like mellowed out, you're like at nature, you're just relishing being there, relishing nature itself, and relishing birds singing to you. And again, I relish, I don't know, I relish, I just enjoy a lot just those birds, because they're my friends. And okay, they have feathers, they have pretty nice just shape of their bodies. They're very fit to fly. They all can fly. They use their wings to fly, and they do, and that just makes the whole world to be more comforting and just a good place with having all those birds flying in the skies. You know what I'm saying? Again, they fly, they have feathers, they have beaks, they have pretty nice looking like varieties of colors on their feathers. They're different colored ones, and they have red feathers, they have gray feathers, they have whatever, they have the ridges on their heads, the ridges covered with some bird stuff like fossilized things on their ridges that a person there has, and they fly. They're happy about that actually. And let's see, what kinds of birds do I know? I know martin, I know mockingbird, I know martin, I know mockingbird, I know crow, I know sparrow, I know rooster, I know chicken, I know, what else do I know? I know penguins, I know eagles, I know hawks, I know pigeons, I know, what else? Swans, geese, turkey, again, what else? Larger ones, what could it be? Penguins, and pavlins, and going from the larger ones to the smaller ones, rooster, chicken, ducks, geese, I've already said geese, ducks and stuff, and what else? Seagulls, okay. I know a variety of kinds of birds, but I don't fucking know their names yet in English, and I'm still on it. I'm just learning. I'm just a learner of English. And what else do I know about birds? Oh, I know they shit a lot. They shit a lot right on your head. That happens to be very often than yours, roaming around your town vicinities, and those pigeons, they shit right on your head, and that annoys a lot. It freaks me out all the time. They've never ever, if ever, they shit on my head, but I saw a lot of peeps who suffered from that shit on their heads, and they just yelled, what a angry birds, what are they doing? What are they stupid fucking birds doing with shitting on my head? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't me who ran that I just reported you, but I heard that peeps were very just annoyed, and they were fraught with anger about those birds shitted on their heads. They were fraught with anger. Okay, what positive things do birds do? They produce another newborn birds. Their kids. They help peeps to mellow out. Okay, live happy life. What else do? They sing again for our souls, for our just well-being, whatever. They sing, they fly, they give birth to another birds. They eliminate some pests on some farmer fields, and those tiny pests, they are there on the farmer fields, and those birds, so they perk those pests and eat them, and they eliminate those pests by eating them. That's a good thing. And again, what else positive things they do? They see in the ancient times some kind of pigeons. They were carrying some tiniest messages tied right onto their feet. They were like post pigeons, and those post pigeons they carried like messages from one location to another. By flying from one location to another, they carry small postcards, or even greetings, or even cards with some information wrapped around their foot, wrapped around one of their foot, and pips fix that postcard to the pigeon's foot, and that pigeon took off, and he flew, to some location, and he delivered the message from there to here by flying that distance. That's the whole bunch of interesting facts I brought you for today about birds, and I'm fucking overdone with this fucking and good birds, and that's probably it, but only about tonight. And keep practicing your own English, see how it goes, and be motivated by that. By practicing your English, you're motivating yourself for even more learning about your English, and be on it, never quit doing that, and then it's gonna be fine. Even further on, it's gonna be even better than you even think about that. That's gonna be even better than you think about it. I promise you that definitely will be that way that I've just reported you. It's been me, Alex, for making things, and I'll see you in a little while as soon as I release my new episode. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks again for participating in my life in the first place, and for bearing with me making wrong English sounds. That's been me for you. See you all until a while. See you soon. Bye. See you all. Bye. Thanks for watching my channel, for tolerating me. See you all.